Okay, let's see here. This is Coma and Creation Toss versus Sigamari and Cute Boy. Okay. I recognize all those names, but none of them were ever like super great. But yeah, usually the 2v2 players were like usually the 2v2 players were kind of like, you know, not the top players. And that's why they were like, you know, specialists. So they were specialists at 2v2, but they didn't really excel in 1v1 at all. Anyway, so let's watch some 2v2 here. Moletrap and Diggity, we're traveling back in time! Where the F is Cholera? I don't know, man. Alright, so I want to really keep track of this. So one team, STX Seoul, is going to be green and orange. Okay. It was always so hard to keep track of the players in 2v2s. Trying to keep track of 4 different players. You usually had to just kind of remember like the colors and just call them by the color names, because having to like while you're in a cast, like every single time you say one of the players, you have to go through this process in your head of like, all right, he's green, he's Protoss, he's on this team, he's this player, and then you say the player's name, and then doing it every single time is just so difficult. Hey, Babamots. May 1 is when your family used to watch Camelot for the Mayday scene. It's kind of random. You guys are not friends with Cholera? Yeah, I guess maybe acquaintances. I don't know, we were kind of friendly, I guess, but like not like close friends or anything. Like I didn't keep in touch with him after we were casting, basically. So I tried to get in touch with him once or twice. What is going on here, by the way? A little bit of a battle? Is this a cannon rush or something? Or do you just use the pylon to squeeze the probe through for scouting? I have no idea what's going on here at all. Okay, so orange and green are the Seoul team, and they're on the left side of the map. So this is actually 2 workers from the other team. The SCV and the drone are kind of attacking this probe over here. I wonder if you can glitch through a friendly worker through the minerals. Like if they put their unit there and you mine yours and stop it, like instead of the same player, if you can do that with your ally. You'd have to coordinate it pretty well, but yeah, so I tried to get a hold of Cholera a couple times over the years, but I never really heard from him. But that might be because I had like his college email address that he still used back then, but like he might have stopped using it at some point, so he might have never even gotten my emails. So no clue what's happened with Cholera. I feel like there's a question in chat that I missed. Yeah, this is a weird map for sure. This is kind of strange, and I wonder if this is actually, so it looks like this is kind of like supposed to be a no rush map. It looks like they're all stuck behind like mineral patches, maybe to stop them from being able to rush so that they do get some tech going. So that might be what's going on with this map. Yeah, we're getting, well, I mean, actually, usually you would see a lair. Like, Zergs, I think in 2v2s would often play like a ZVZ, where they get early the Zerglings, get into a lair, and get the Mutalisks very quickly. Right? So that's not super surprising. Yeah, you know, Cholera did a comeback video. When did he do that? Hold on, let's go check real quick. YouTube.com/CholeraSC. Let's see here. So he did a like a comeback video at some point. Oh, that was actually 8 years ago. Never mind. Yeah, it was this for the TVing OSL. He like had been gone for a couple years, I guess, and he came back and was like, "I'm back," and then he just stopped again after the finals, I guess. So I mean, I don't know what else he could have done after the finals, but yeah, this was 2012. So that's actually, let's just see what he says here.
Hello there, everybody. This is Cholera SC bringing you some StarCraft commentary. That's right, I am back. The rumors of my demise have been greatly exaggerated.
Yeah, so he kind of like
happy today to bring you some.
Said it as like it was a comeback video.
What can I say, guys? It's been a very long time.
It's been a long time.
2.5 years since my last commentary.
2.5 years? What an amateur! I waited 8 years between my casts. Anyway, so I don't know what Cholera's up to, but that was 8 years ago. Was the last time he did any games. So, but I've done a comeback 2 or 3 times in the last 8 years actually, where I didn't do StarCraft, but I like did some other game. He's trying to squeeze this vulture through with the barracks. Is he gonna do it? He did it. Nice. Yeah, 2012, the TVing OSL was the last Brood War OSL. Last one. I will not be casting ASL. Because there's actually like semi-official, well, there is official commentary for it. If you're watching it live, from what I heard, Nayokin and Scan were going to be doing live commentary of the ASL, right? And they're like officially sanctioned by Africa to do it, even though they're not getting paid for it. They're not like the official casters exactly. They're sanctioned community casters. And then Tastosis are the official casters of ASL in English, and they're doing all VODs. So they're actually taking the broadcasts and doing casts of the VODs, and then those are going to go on YouTube after the fact, but not live. So there's like both a live and a VOD official English broadcast for the ASL. So that's like they've got it covered. So I'm not going to try and do that. This one vulture had did so much damage, so much harassment, got several kills. That's actually pretty good. Double starport. And I'm like surprised, but then I'm like, wait, this is 2v2. So, you know, what do you do in 2v2? One guy goes air, one guy gets ground, you know? So like, he's squeezing another vulture through. And that's a spore colony, not a sunken, so he can still do some more harassment. But you kind of gotta like you gotta specialize, right? So getting all Corsairs makes a lot of sense to deal with the Mutalisks. And then the ally can do the ground stuff. Botching response to the vulture. All you have to do is pull 3 drones and keep chasing with the lings. This is 2005. This is a 2v2 player in 2005. You can't expect them to be that great, honestly. We need even more casts. Well, so I'm not going to cast ASL, but we are talking about trying to do... Oh, what's going on here? Okay, it's blue plus teal are our allies now. He's actually... Oh, he's going to use the Goliath to kill the Spore and to defend his allies' Mutalisks. So the Spore's dead, the Scourge can go in, and now he's trying to fight the Mutas with the Corsairs, but the Goliaths are there, but the Goliaths are dealing with the Mutalisks and the Lings. 2v2 is insane! 2v2 is insane! Yeah, the whole 4 Goliath meta. 2v2's nuts, man. But yeah, so we might do some ASL watch parties where I'm not gonna cast it, but we'll organize something where the community can get together and like just hang out in Discord and like watch Tastosis' VODs at the same time and chat about it while it's going on, you know? Scourge coming in here. There's too many Corsairs. You can't beat 2 Stargate Corsair, you know? Well, I mean, I guess except with Goliaths. The small workable areas on raised platforms? Are you talking about a Brood War map? I could think of a couple StarCraft 2 maps that feel like they match that description. Is it 2v2 map? I do not know at all. I do not know. I don't remember. Cause yeah, they stopped doing 2v2s in like, I think someone said 2008, right? And it's a long ass time ago. Although that being said, I do remember like Blue Storm really well, even though that was a long ass time ago. Look at the drinks, they're having a party. Who? In the studio? I missed it. Oh yeah. Usually, I mean, yeah, those are like sodas and stuff. Oftentimes the pro teams were sponsored by the sodas. So they would have them lying around oftentimes. Or like there was a period when Flash was like sponsored by Pocari Sweat, right? And which is a funny name for a drink, but it's like a soda. It's like an energy drink or something, I think. Maybe it's just, anyway. So he would always have a bottle of it in his booth, facing towards the camera, so that he could like show off his sponsor. What is going? Okay, so the Corsairs are allied with the Mutalisks there. Okay, but not with the Teal Mutas. So he's chasing off the Teal Mutas with the Corsairs. The Goliaths are going to try and help, but it's like only 2 Goliaths are not going to be enough. I think Corsairs just win. I think Soul is gonna win this. Disruption web. He's disruption webbing the Goliaths. Oh, he's disruption webbing the Goliaths. What? He's disruption webbing the Goliaths so that the Goliaths can't fight the Mutas, and the Mutas can fire down. Disruption mode only affects the ground, so the Mutas can fire down at the Goliaths underneath the D-web, but they can't fire up, and they're like constantly just like, oh, we gotta go out from underneath this disruption web, and then there's another one. It's amazing. Disruption. So here's a question. So I think that would be a fun thing to highlight, right? On this VOD. A highlight of like having that pop up and like talking about that weird tactic of the disruption web in a 2v2, right? But where do I put that? Should I put that on like YouTube? Like that seems like I don't know if I should put like a clip on YouTube, right? I guess there's like shorts now. Would that be a short, a YouTube short maybe? I don't know how shorts work honestly. Or would that be just something I put on Twitter? But that would be something that people might want to see, right? But like I don't know where that fits in. He's gonna disruption web this colony. This is actually kind of cool. Does anyone know if this was common to get disruption web when you went mass Corsairs in 2v2? Ooh, he lost a lot of Corsairs there actually. He's got a lot of Goliaths now. One DT would win the game. They gotta not make air units. Yeah, he's gotta give up on mutas and go for Hydras, right? Although then you just de-web the Hydras. That was an interesting moment because he was actually hurting his allied mutas with the splash damage from the Corsairs a little bit there. Oh my god, he's got so many Corsairs. He can't keep an Overlord up. Yeah, man.
이거나 지금 그 파일럿 밀었으면 됐어요. 이창호 선수가 계속 얻어맞고 있는 거를.
Yeah, I don't know why. Well, but the thing is like, he doesn't have overlords, but his ally has Comsat. So, like, a Zerg with Comsat, it can still deal with the DTs. He's lost a few Corsairs, but he just keeps building them, so he's in good shape. Now, what else is the Protoss building, though? Besides Corsairs, is he building anything else? So funny. Disruption moving the turrets, so the mutas can kill them? This is actually really cool. This is actually really good. He doesn't have Comsat? Oh, well, never mind then. Why would he not have Comsat? What? Why would you ever not get Comsat? Too small a map, maybe. I guess, I don't know. I feel like one Comsat, and he's got the academy, he's starting to build academy, so I think he knows that he might want to get it, but like... I don't know. But I feel like, you know, the opponent could have lurkers, could get DTs. Not sure. Wonder how the teammates communicated in game since they were soundproofing headphones. That's a good question. I think they could probably hear each other. I don't know actually. I was thinking like they're in the same booth, right? They're in the same room. They're like next to each other, so they might be able to hear each other. Like they couldn't hear the commentary outside, but they could hear each other over the noise or something. But I think it would make more sense to have some sort of comm system between the computers. I don't know how that works actually. I've never seen it actually, because like. Before I went to Korea, they had stopped doing 2v2 matches, so I never really watched the 2v2 matches. Now I'm pretty sure, you know, I watched League of Legends matches, but those were kind of different. But I don't know. I don't know what they did actually. I'm pretty sure in League of Legends they had some sort of comms, but I also think they just had like these really long soundproof booths, and I think that those booths were probably just better soundproofed, so they didn't have to like pump static into the booths or something like that. Maybe, I don't know. That's a good question. But I'm sure I don't think they would have used like Ventrilo or anything like that. They probably would have just had some sort of maybe even a radio system set up or something like that. YouTube Shorts is streamlined video for people looking to work with phones. Okay. Okay, can he disruption web all of the Hydras? Yes, he can. Oh my gosh. These mutas are annihilating the Hydras because they can't find a spot to attack. Yeah, there's Hydras burrowed, but like it doesn't matter. Oh, okay, well maybe he's gonna lose 4 carriers for nothing by running them across the map through turrets and Goliath fire. That's an option too. Oh my god, he just lost 2 carriers for nothing. I don't think it matters at this point. They're just owning so hard with these Corsairs. Yeah, he didn't even attack move. He just like right-clicked them across the map through turrets and Goliaths, and then didn't realize they were being attacked for like 15 seconds. Oh my gosh. What is going on with this game? What is going on? Yeah, I kind of like looked at the YouTube Shorts like for a second, and that's what it seemed like. It was they were trying to make it easier for people with phones to just like put random stuff up there. But I think some people are also like creating videos and using it for clips and stuff like that. So I'm not sure. Now the thing, I mean, I guess I could look into it myself, but like if I put up a short on my YouTube channel, does it show up to my subscribers anyway? Like as a normal video? Or do you have to like subscribe separately to shorts or something like that.
장악하겠다는 의도죠.
뒤쪽으로 화력이
Smurf for XP. That's a great name, by the way.
캐리어를 정말
Quick message. Thank you for all the memories.
됩니다, 지금.
자, 스커지에게 뭐 한 방이 일된다고 그러면
Subbed you for 15 years. 38 in Belgium. I remember watching a pro game that was absolutely mind-blowing. Fun times. Thank you, man.
써주고 있네요. 예.
It's always good to hear that people have enjoyed stuff. Although I didn't start casting until 2007,
화력이
so
어마어마할 뻔했는데.
테란은
so you're a little bit
지금
overboard on
만약에
the timing there.
테란과, 또 이창훈 선수와
Wait, Queens?
상황이
Did I
좋아지면
miss Queens?
자원도 풍부- 이레디에이스 써주고 있네요. 예.
Sorry.
네, 아까 이런 거
I would keep forgetting if I tab over to the window with the game, then you guys can't see it. It pauses it for some
지금
reason.
만약에 이렇게 가다가
Yeah. Vile Attack John 747 was definitely since 2005. Yeah.
자원도
Cool.
풍부하고 어떤 강력한 공격력을 가진 유닛을 우리가 한번 써보자 이러면은 센터 하나를 줄 수가 있습니다. 같은 팀 저그한테
The Teal Zerg has Queens now. Oh my gosh.
잘 보여주는 양반이죠. 여기 내주면 역전 나온다는 거예요.
And he's got carriers. And what is... Oh, there's a radiated muter or something in there? There's a random science vessel doing some irradiation. Doesn't really help.
골리앗 빨리 와서 캐리어가 저렇게 많이
Shorts do appear on subscription feeds, channel page, etc. Okay. Then I guess like... And like Babamats, you don't have to keep like just looking up random stuff that I'm saying out loud because I'm just like thinking out loud. But I'm like wondering what the point is of having it be a separate thing. Can you irradiate? Oh, he wait, hold on a second. Watch this. The queens are here. He comes in with mutas, and wait, I heard one queen die, but wait for it. Here comes the other queen. Ensnare on the mutas, so the Goliaths can do their damage. That's so great. Oh my gosh! And the plague! Oh my gosh, he's got red and green. It's Christmas for the it's Christmas for STX Soul. He's got red and green decorations all over his units. This game is batty. This game is batty. All right, take care, Diggity. Have a good nap. I think you can irradiate an interceptor. I think you can irradiate anything, but being able to target it is another story. That would be really tricky. This game has convinced me we need to bring back 2v2. I agree. Oh man, this is great. I agree. He keeps ensnaring the mutas. Should have been 2v2 tournaments. Oh man. I don't know why there weren't. I feel like it was probably just something that was considered like way too volatile of a matchup to like take it seriously, basically. I guess because that's why they only had one 2v2 in the team games and like never any 2v2 tournaments. Foreigners can compete in 2v2 versus Koreans? Maybe. I don't know about that. How is this game still going on, by the way? That's another nice plague. Now he's got low hit points on all those Corsairs and Carriers, but like, they still have shields and he still needs to actually hit them. Like, plaguing the Carriers doesn't do any good if they're just standing back and hitting you with interceptors. And disruption webbing your tanks and stuff so you can't actually assault their base. What is going on with this game? This is such a crazy game. Alright, now see, he popped that Corsair really quick once he got some Goliath shots off, because it was plagued. Pretty sure. 4 Stargates. They're kind of going around checking all the bases and seeing who's mining. There's actually not that many bases on this map, it looks like. The minerals in the middle that are like a separator, like a barrier in the beginning of the game, are now the only bases available to actually take. Did he just plague and snare those carriers?
아, 저항이 완강하다. 중앙을 버티기.
I can't even tell. There's not enough pixels. They look like they were moving slow for a second, but I think it's just carriers are slow. But with everything plagued, they're really vulnerable to the Goliath fire, actually. Like, is that how they're gonna come back? Because they're just gonna plague everything and then they can't get close enough because the Goliath will just destroy them? The more I read about YouTube Shorts, the more I hate it. They have to in portrait format? Why would you do that?
박종수가 좀 미네랄을 못 캐요.
Ew.
아래쪽도 영향을 받을 겁니다.
Oh!
자원이 없는
Oh my
것 같고
god!
문제는
Not yet, Dr. Dingerdonger, you're a genius! Plague and EMP would wreck everything! Everything would have one hit point!
플로 유닛이 없이는 지금은 이거는 어떻게 할 수 없어요.
But there's cracklings in Teal's base? Killing all of his He built a Nidus! He built a Nidus! Oh my gosh, he built a Nidus to the enemy base! And he's streaming in cracklings to kill everything! And there's devourers sitting on top that can't do everything! He's having to irradiate his own vessels to eraser the Adrenal Clan Zerglings in his base! What is going on? What is going on in this game?
야, 경기 재밌네요.
근데 아무튼 결과적으로 자 프로토스의
I can't even! I can't even!
결국
I can't even not even!
이 잡는 선 팀이 이기는 거예요. 잡는 팀이.
이런 게 이제 그 어느 정도
Oh my gosh. And also, Plague, you know, Plague lures in, but remember the Devourers, the Acid Spores do increased damage also. So if you get Acid Spore, oh, huge Irradiate. And the Goliath, oh, he just lost so many mutas actually. That was bad. I think Khan is coming back. I think Samsung Khan might actually win this game, even through all of that insane harassment with the disruption bombs. Do you see that? He's got like 4 dozen Hydras chilling next to a Nidus, waiting to go in. Did he just consume a queen with a Defiler to cast a plague on the mutas? What's going on?
플레이그를 쓰는 게 중요하다는 거죠.
And he did! He Nidused in! He Nidused into Orange's base! He's like, you're gonna Nidus into my base with cracklings? I'm gonna Nidus in with 4 dozen Hydras into your base and kill everything!
철의 장막 최고의 팀 플레이
What?
경기를 선사하네요.
He's killing everything! Some of the Hydras aren't even attacking! They're just like hitting the larva! Oh my god! This is the most ridiculous game! This might be the most ridiculous game I've ever seen! And I've seen 10,000 StarCraft games. Leave it to 2v2, man. Leave it to 2v2.
이거는 정말 이런 결과는 그 어려운 순간에서 이창호 선수가
He just leaves, right? He's like, well, killed all the buildings. Guess I'll retreat. Actually, it looks like he might be moving with the Hydras. But I mean, he didn't want the Hydras to get cut out in the open. There's the EMP! All of his units are plagued and EMP'd! It's one-shot kills for all the carriers! He got him with the EMP! He's not attacking the carriers though, because he can't, because there's disruption web all over the place. He's playing a dangerous game with those carriers though. They're all so close to death. There's another Nidus going in behind his natural. The drones are attacking the Nidus. Can he kill it fast enough? Okay, the Nidus coming in. He kills it fast enough. Otherwise, he would have just started pouring Hydras out of the Nidus in his natural. Plague, EMP, and 1 Valkyrie. Yeah. Oh my god. Hey, Cheeky Rafiki, how's it going? You're tuning into... There's the Devourers. It doesn't even matter. He defense matrix the Devourers to go in and finish off the EMP and play the carriers. And he's not targeting though. He needs to target the carriers. There we go. Pop. If he keeps following, it's gonna pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop the carriers.
저그가 지금 실드를 가진 그런 상황이죠.
Oh, wow. And the defense matrix devourer stays alive. The defense matrix devourer. Why am I saying those words together? Listen to this sentence and the insanity of it. The defense matrix devourer was attacking the EMP'd and plagued carriers who couldn't get away from the plague because they had been ensnared.
저 지역을 장악하기까지 얼마나 삼성팀이 힘들었는지. 그러니까 두 선수가 다 버텨줬기 때문이다. 만약 그 전에 이차원 선수가 끝났다면 이런 결과 안 나왔어요.
템플러 자원이 아무리 좀 지금 이거 달라요. 지금 색깔이 달라요.
This is a 2v2 match, Cheeky Rafiki. So that's how there's all this stuff going on.
이거 여기 또
It's 2v2. If you don't know, they used to do 2v2 matches in the Pro League. So that's why it's so crazy. He comes, Cheeky Rafiki doesn't know it's a 2v2. He comes in and he's like, what the hell is going on? How is this possible? He's building 2 Nidus now, 3 Nidus, so he can triple Nidus into the enemy Zerg's base, quadruple Nidus into the enemy Zerg's base, and pour units out. He won't be able to kill all 3 Niduses in time. He's gonna, so he could at least get 1. My mind was exploding, right? I knew this is a 2v2 game, and my mind is still exploding. D-Matrix SCV going against Zerglings as well. Alright, there's the 4 Nidus. Irradiated and D-Matrix SCV. There's the GG. We didn't get to see the quad Nidus canal at all. Oh man, that's epic. Alright, so I'm gonna make a comment right now. Anyone that's watching live, make a comment right now, because I'm gonna clip this and put it on YouTube later. Because that more people need to see this game. So if you're watching this on YouTube later, if you don't know what's going on, this is from the VODs and Chill show. I don't cast the games, but we just have people in chat on both Twitch and YouTube, and we just talk about all kinds of stuff. If you're one of my followers, you might know that already, but anyway, so just to explain, that's why we got like chat going on, and we're just kind of watching this game, and that's what's going on. So if you wanna if you wanna have more of this, definitely, come watch the VODs and Chill show every Wednesday evening and Saturday afternoon when I'm not like on a road trip or something like I have been lately. We watch games together and we chat about them and we laugh and have a good time. So anyway, thanks for watching.